Blaustein.
Bluestein.
I was right. I got it. Special counsel, Joseph McKay from Catania,
Catania. Man, Milligram, and Ryder.
there you go. Village engineer, John Petrozzini. Village auditor, Nugent and Hausler. Elected village justices, Honorable Stephen Smith, Honorable Joseph McKay. Village insurance agents, Marshall and Sterling. Court clerk, Patricia Nunes. Village prosecutors, we retain Attorney John Bach as well as Leonard Kessler. Official newspaper will be the Orange County Post and Times Herald Record. Official banking depository, TD Bank for all village accounts. Chairperson for the zoning board, let's back up, village historian, Linda Standish. Chairperson for the zoning board of appeals is Dennis Curran. Members of the zoning board of appeals, Donna Foley is the recording secretary. Members are Maureen DeVinco, Richard Budakowski, Wayne Kirkpatrick, Valerie Prundy. Attorney for the zoning board of appeals is Christopher Kleister of the Kleister Law Group. Zoning board meetings will meet as follows. All held at the Village Hall. On the second Wednesday of the month will be the work session pending applications that come in front of them. The Zoning Board of Appeals regular meetings are to be held on the fourth Wednesday of each month. Both meetings will begin at 7:30 p.m. Chairperson for the planning board is to be determined. Members of that planning board are Fred LaFleur, Angel Garcia, Annalee Vallejo. We are looking for members to fill that planning board vacancy. Again, the recording secretary will be Donna Foley. Attorney for the planning board to be determined. Planning board meetings will meet as follows. The technical meetings will be the second Thursday of each month pending applications. The planning board regular meetings are to be held on the fourth Thursday of each month. Both of those meetings will begin at 7 p.m. We're looking to form an architectural review board. So we will be taking applications from the village residents, but until that board has been formed, the village board will sit in on the preliminary work sessions, technical meetings of the planning board. Volunteer boards. All members of volunteer boards must be willing and able to attend all scheduled meetings of the said board. In the event a member is unable to attend meetings, prior notification must be made to the village clerk, secretary, and/or the mayor. Yearly attendance records of all members will be submitted to the chairman of the said board and the village board by the clerk, village clerk, secretary. Any member having missed more than 1/3 of the scheduled meetings within a calendar year will be dismissed from the board prior to the end of their appointed term. Chairperson will be consulted on all appointments. We have mileage reimbursement. We as the board needs to adopt a policy. Designated mile allowance of 0.545 cents per mile for official village business. And any request for mileage reimbursement will be submitted on a monthly voucher, which shall include the following information: the odometer readings, the destination, and the purpose of the trip, provided that the reimbursement rate shall automatically adjust with the IRS rate. Use of village vehicles. We also need to adopt a resolution, policy reading village vehicles that shall be used for official village business only. Personal use for any village vehicle is strictly prohibited. No person other than the officers or employees authorized by this resolution shall be the operator or passenger in the town vehicle. The chief of police, Department of Public Works superintendent are the only officers or employees authorized to use a village vehicle unless authorized by the mayor outside of the normal work schedule. A duly appointed deputy only when serving as The acting chief of police or acting Department of Public Works superintendent is authorized to use the village vehicle outside the normal work schedule if it is expected that such deputy will be serving as the acting chief of police or Department of Public Works superintendent for more than 48 hours. They have to be consecutive hours. Notwithstanding the above, the mayor in his discretion may authorize the use of village vehicles by other officers and employees. All employees excluding department heads using a village-owned vehicle must keep daily records of business miles by keeping a log showing the date, the miles, the destination, and business purpose. This provision does not apply to employees covered by the collective bargaining agreement. We also need to authorize petty cash accounts. Petty cash accounts to be as follows: village clerk, $100, as well as the police department, $150.
It's not contained in here, but the reorganization resolution should also set forth that the usual posting places for village notices, I know you had it on Facebook. Is there anything?
We have, the building itself is, as well as was the library. It's not here.
Yeah,
Website.
just note the other posting places for notices other than social media, have the village bulletin board, and where else?
The library.
The library.
The post office.
Anything with fire department? No, you don't have to, just the current customary posting places should be included. Whatever they are.
Okay, so we have make a motion to accept all of the
Appointments,
mayoral
policies,
appointments and
Appointments.
policies.
and policies.
Could you go over the meeting dates for zoning?
Yes,
Just that,
he covered that.
the zone.
Yeah, but they got a conflict with the second, you said the second Tuesday, right? The second Wednesday, right? Second Wednesday, second Wednesday is always court, the little court.
That's the same.
What you look at, yeah, first, Thursday, we'll keep it on Wednesday.
I think that's what, okay. A correction with the zoning board of appeals will be held at the village hall on the first Wednesday of the month, pending application. As well, the zoning board of appeals regular meetings will be held on the third Wednesday. Not to conflict with any court meetings. I'll second the motion. You need to make one. Did you make one?
No, I didn't make one. We'll make a motion, we accept and approve the reorganization.
And
I'll second it.
appointments and policies,
Performance and policies.
or any of those resolutions. Second, so trustee Lang. Second by trustee Kolar. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay. We got that. Item number 5, anybody have any
No.
comments? Announcements. Saturday, April 14th, Little League held their parade to start the season of the Washingtonville 60th anniversary. Players from their inaugural season were there to celebrate. The weather was great, which brought out a very large crowd. The day ended with a celebratory banquet. Great job by all the volunteers who helped coordinate this great event. Tuesday, May 1st. I'm asking, that's the night of our work session. I'm asking the village board to meet in executive session at 6:30 prior to our meeting to discuss 33 East Main Street. Trustee Kalor and I met with Jeannie, building inspector, code enforcer. There exists a violation in chapter 130.
Mr. Mayor, is this supposed to be a public hearing, or what?
Yeah, we're only there to schedule our executive session to go over.
The hearing is that night.
No,
The
no.
hearing is going to be the following week.
Well,
Right.
if we're
She's saying that.
going into executive session, the regular meeting has to be open first.
Okay, so
So-
we have to open up at 7 o'clock then?
Yes.
Okay,
So
so we'll
we'll
start
open the
at
meeting and then move to go into executive session,
to discuss this.
potential litigation.
You got it. Okay. So, are we good for 7 o'clock?
Well, it's not pending litigation,
I said potential,
but it's not litigation.
not yet.
It's not going to be.
We hope not. I think that when you open, Mr. Mayor,
Mayor, and correct me if I'm wrong, I posted on the house on Monday, yesterday, which was the 16th. I gave them 5 days to clear,
yes,
which is Friday.
yes.
And I don't have a calendar again because we don't have wall calendars either here. So on Friday is their 5 days. So Monday, the 23rd, approximately, is my time frame for, I wanted the board to set the date for the public hearing. So
Okay.
tonight, I wanted you to set the public hearing for May 1st, which at that time, the bank or the resident at that point could come here for a hearing on May 1st. If they don't appear, May 1st, I'd like to schedule a contractor to go and clean the property.
Yeah. So we have a special meeting on the 23rd, this coming Monday.
To schedule a public hearing for May 1st. Yes, Mr. Frank, or am I reading the?
We could schedule the public hearing tonight for May 1st. And if the public hearing is not necessary, if the place is cleaned up, then we don't have to have the public hearing.
Okay.
So I think it would be appropriate at this time, based on the fact that a violation notice has been served at 33 East Main Street, that the board move to schedule a public hearing pursuant to the village code on May 1st at 7 p.m. With respect to going forward with
Clean up of the property.
cleanup of the property and all processes necessary under the code. So tonight you could just schedule the public hearing for May 1st and direct the clerk to post the appropriate public hearing notices, if someone wants to make that motion.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Okay?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Who seconded that?
Right. Okay, so,
We'll call the question.
all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed?
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, something that came across our email, my email today, which trustee Fleur, I know that you were copied on it. Capola, who is our general contractor at the wastewater treatment plant, has reviewed the change order credit provided by Capola from the excavation and transport of an estimated 3,800 plus or minus cubic yards of material. It's being removed from the SBR tank. The credit is estimated at $20,000, net calculated as $28,000. The material cost, minus the $8,000 transportation cost for some 240 truckloads. This amount will vary depending on making sure the excavated material is suitable quality and quantity for the use at the new park on Main Street, across from the middle school. We can't possibly fit all that dirt.
No, as well as other areas, I should say.
Okay. We are looking to keep all of this material on site. In the backup plans later on is to build a pole barn to keep our equipment out of the weather. And maybe look into putting solar farm down there, let's say, to power some of the wastewater.
Just for the village.
Yeah, just, okay, Trustee Kalor will coordinate with Randy, who is the project manager for H2M, okay, and we have to ensure that the park access is adequate enough to, so it's not wet and so forth. So you can coordinate with them tomorrow. I'm asking